My African American experience, as well as my deeply held beliefs about our African American responsibility, help define the work we are doing in Detroit. I want to tell you now about the Skillman Foundation, what it is doing and how it has had to reframe its work, restructure its organization to address the very serious problems that affect far too many children in the African American community, and especially African American boys. Let me just say this, poverty is getting worse in Detroit. A third of our residents and 45% of Detroit children live below the national poverty line. This puts us dead last among big American cities. With the rapidly declining manufacturing sector in Southeast Michigan, particularly automotive-related manufacturing, those numbers aren't likely to get better anytime soon. Think about that. Nearly half of the children in Detroit are poor. Detroit, now just think about Detroit, a place that for so long was the economic rock for generations of hardworking black people. A place where if you were black and somehow found a way to get to Detroit, there was hope of a decent paying job and food on the table for your family. Detroit is now a place with poverty rates worse than rural Mississippi. Since 1960, the Skillman Foundation has made grants to improve the lives of children in Detroit. Historically, 80% of our grant making went to large nonprofit agencies, public schools, or public agencies that were working on behalf of children. There were many good projects, and we learned a lot about best practice models. However, none of our grant making was sufficient to change the indicators of child well-being and to help restore this mostly African American city. When I became president in 2004, I was determined to identify a strategy that would acknowledge the work being done on the ground, to pair it with best practice models, and to change the odds. There are lots of kids that beat the odds, but change the odds for the children in Detroit. To do this, I knew I would need a highly skilled and diverse staff who shared my belief in the inherent strengths in the African American community, and a board who shared that vision that change was possible given the right ingredients. I am fortunate to have both. Jim Collins, in his book, Good to Great, states that organizations have to get the right people on the bus and in the right seats. I'm fortunate to have that also.